Jim Allen, yet another Daytona tire test. Does this one differ, aside from the darkness, from any other tire test?
Yeah, it is different. It's basically the beginning of a new era, I guess, and you can look at it with the involvement of the single brand tires and revamped rules and stuff. So yeah, it is different in lots of respects, and it's dark here too, in case you didn't notice.
How did you plan differently? What was different about planning for this tire test, since you're the only tire people ever on the planet now?
Yeah, the directive and the agreement we have with the AMA is quite clear. I mean, basically what we want is to have a good supply of a tire that'll go through all the various races here at Daytona with no problems, and it'll give good mileage and good grip. And it's those two are often at odds with each other. But the long and short of it is, we need to supply a product that'll get us through the race in March with a minimum of inconvenience for anybody. So.
Do you have to make different tires for the big bikes versus the little bikes because how far they're going?
The 200-mile race will essentially be a series of sprints. I mean, I think almost everybody who's serious about having a look at winning is going to be changing fronts and rears, just as they've done in previous versions of that race. But right now, I think the Superbike race being a 50-mile race on the single banking, we won't do a whole lot different than we did in last year's Superstock race, I don't think. The tires we brought here for the Superbikes to run are just basically variables of last year's race-winning tires. So not a lot of difference there. The Superbikes do have more power, but the tires themselves are not too dissimilar to what we ran last year in the Superstock race. The Daytona the Daytona Sport Bike class I'm still getting used to these new names. The Daytona Sport Bike class tires are based around the Super Sport tires from last year, and they do have to go on two bankings, and they do have to have that extra margin of mileage and stuff. So they are a little bit different than last year, yeah.
How is the darkness and the cold and no sun affecting everything?
It doesn't seem to be an issue. Merely from a grip standpoint, the riders aren't complaining. That you would think that it's cooler at night and possibly the grip might go down. That hasn't happened, and the mileage seems to have gone up. And we're seeing a lot of mileage. We got riders here both during the day and now with 48, 60 laps on 55 laps, that kind of thing. So we're in good shape mileage wise, I think. That's on front tires. Rear tires, of course, don't go quite the same distance, but multiples of 20 and stuff, lots of that stuff. So it looks good right now.
So we have this tonight, then you get to run again tomorrow night, and then Sunday night too?
No, there's nothing on Sunday night, but tomorrow night, yeah. So I think you'll find probably some people have got all the answers they want for tonight, and they may not run again tomorrow night. But Sunday is just a day practice only.
Well, good to see you again, and we'll look forward to fantastic racing in March.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I think it'll work. Thanks.